Welcome back to Julie's Infinite Playlist. Thank you so much for listening. Just a quick shout out to another podcast I'd love for you guys to check out. It's called Hoodoo Music Podcast. They're based out of South Carolina and feature South Carolina bands. It's pretty similar to what I'm doing with this one. I've listened to a few episodes. There's some really great bands on there, so definitely check that out. And if you like what you're listening to with my podcast, you can support us by rating, reviewing, and subscribing on iTunes or Stitcher. If you'd like to offer some monetary assistance, you may do so through Patreon at patreon.com/Julie's Infinite Playlist. They allow you to set up a subscription of $1 to $10 a month, and you get some pretty cool rewards in return. Thank you so much for listening, and here's Later Days. All right, welcome to Julie's Infinite Playlist. Today we have Later Days. You guys want to introduce yourselves and what instrument you play?
Sure. Hey, I'm Brendan. I'm the singer.
My name is Nate, and I play guitar.
Awesome. So where did the name come from?
Basically, band names are hard, and they're all taken. And so I was like leaving one band practice to go to jam with what became Later Days, and I was like, all right, Later Days, and I was like, all right, this is sick. Like I got in my car, I was like, oh, and I was just like, I like Facebooked it, and like immediately, and I was like, I think I got it, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. That works. And how did each of you get into music?
So I actually started taking vocal lessons about 2 years ago with Bradley Walden from Emarosa. He's like one of my favorite singers. So I saw a post that he'd put up on his Instagram page saying, hey, looking for some students to train. And so I hit him up, and I guess that's when I considered myself starting to take music seriously, once I started taking lessons and just trying to develop my vocal skills. So for about 2 years for me.
Yeah,
like
I think you want to know how you got into music, though.
Oh, how I got into music? Yeah. I mean, I've always just been obsessed with it, you know?
Yeah.
And I've wanted to have an impact on other people the way certain bands that I've listened to have impacted me, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I guess I come from a family that just had a lot of music playing, like a lot of, it's like Beatles, Led Zeppelin, a bunch of stuff like that, and my uncle was a musician, and we always had a piano, and I used to just kind of play it by ear, and then my mom eventually taught me, and that's kind of it. I just started getting into like 90s stuff, like Smashing Pumpkins, you know, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, and that just kind of turned into me having to play violin in school. I'm not very good at violin or piano. You think I would be because I'm talking about it. And then eventually I picked up the bass and then guitar, and here we are.
Nice. Very cool. And how'd the band come together?
I had basically me and my other guitar player, Eric Braun. He was, we were in other bands, and so I was in that band. I was filling in for another band at the time, and me and Eric had met at a show that our old bands were playing at the Scoot Inn, and we just basically we're like joking about like jamming. Like people talk about jamming all the time. It's like, yeah, bro, let's jam. It's gonna be great. You never do it, but for some reason we did it.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of that's basically it. You know,
Yeah.
Eventually we had kind of I guess neglected our other bands and had to do this, and it worked out well for us.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And do you remember the name of the first band you were in?
Do you remember the name of the first band you were in? The first band I was ever
It's called
in.
High School Choir.
It's called High School Choir. I think the first name of the band. This is such an awful question because I listen to these and I'm always like, mine is so much worse. Always. So I guess technically it wasn't the first band I ever played in a show, and it wasn't the first band I was really ever in, but it was the first band I was ever in that had a name. So basically, like freshman year of high school, we would like get high and smoke weed because we're getting high. I don't know why I said that. And we'd play like CKY 311, like Deftones covers. We played like the Pete and Pete theme song.
Nice.
And we thought
So good.
we thought it was pronounced omnipotency because I guess they thought it was fun, like omnipotency. We smoke weed, but it's really omnipotency. So we were called omnipotency, as I found out a little bit later. Thank God we never did anything. There was no flyers or like paper trail of that name. But that's the first one I was ever in.
That's
Bad.
That's pretty bad, but
pretty bad.
I might have you beat. I don't know. Actually, so we played in Fort Worth for our first time a few days ago, and I'm kind of from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so a lot of my friends who I grew up with from elementary school and junior high were there. A lot of them that I was in a band with, and in like eighth or ninth grade, we had formed a cover band. It was basically just Blink-182, Newfound Glory, and we went by.
What else is it gonna be?
Right, yeah, and we went by Scrumptious Five. So that was the
Nice.
Worse.
So that,
Worse.
So I think, yeah. So that was.
Sounds like it should be a boy band cover.
Who came up with that?
Actually, I think that was my friend Mason, who was playing bass with us at the time. So we were really like into the whole like just immature humor thing that like was so prevalent with Blink-182 and their music
Right.
videos and stuff like that. I mean,
But not even the Scrumptious Five.
No.
Just Scrumptious Five.
Scrumptious just hit you with that Scrumptious.
Oh, yeah. 5 times.
No idea. So, yeah, so that's it.
I don't know why, but that makes me think of that MTV band Five. No, it wasn't Five. What were they called?
Together?
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Five Together?
yeah.
Was it?
It was just together, but they like it was.
Was that I Want the News, Not the Weather?
Yeah.
Was that the thing?
My favorite color is Robin's Egg Blue. You remember that? I love that so
Who
much.
plus me equals us is that, and I think what was it?
The rap verse
the
on
breakup?
that track is lit.
The breakup song where it was like she
Oh,
took
I
all
Want
my
My Stuff? Yeah. Yeah, you can't
She
find
took
that
my
stuff
cat.
on YouTube, I don't think. I
It's
think
on
I tried.
Spotify.
Is it?
No, I haven't looked it up. No, I don't have
You
it
know
saved.
why they
I don't
broke
know what
up,
you're talking
right?
about.
That kid actually died.
Yeah, no,
oh,
I know.
That's
I
awful.
heard about that. That was horrible.
Horrifying, yeah.
Oh.
That was like a real thing, like within
Yeah.
the thing. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's just bad.
Yeah.
It's like The Crow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
or totally different.
Or not like I think I just appeased you by saying yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, dude.
Thanks for that.
I love The Crow.
And how many bands were you guys in before Later Days?
I was in a band when I went to Texas State. We were called The End Game. We were together for like a year and a half, 2 years, and we were just like a punk band, kind of like Strung Out, Rise Against influenced. So really only one, but this, I mean, I think this is the most like legitimate band that I've been in terms of like our goals and what we've done and you know, things like that. So
Awesome.
I have been playing music for 15 years and only not in a band for 3 months. I've only been in 4 bands
Wow.
the entire time.
That's really impressive, actually.
Well, or sad. Depending on how you look at it.
no, but I mean, you know, our Later Days is comprised of, you know, everyone in the band kind of has a background. So it's interesting to see where all they've come from. So Sam, our drummer, used to play with the band Dynamite Boy.
Really?
Dave, who recorded bass on our record, was in Cruiserweight.
You like their cover of I Want It That Way?
But yeah, I mean, we all it's just interesting how we all come together with our diverse backgrounds
Yeah.
and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Describe your music.
that's a good one. It's tough.
It's
Like-
like
Like,
good music for people who like bad music. I'm just kidding. I just
I would
can't.
disagree with that. Too.
No, I heard this. People were talking about Trump, and they're like, he's like what poor people think rich people are like.
oh God, yeah,
It's like what dumb people think smart people are like. And I was
not
like,
all
we're-
that bad.
we're good music for people who like bad music.
Yeah,
No, we're like, you know, we are a band that, I forget the question at this point. I was
how would
running,
we
shooting
describe
my
our
mouth
music?
off.
Yeah.
Basically, like the core, I guess, of where we come from, like, is probably like based in like the mid 2000s, like bands like, you know, Anne Boleyn, May, Acceptance, stuff like that. But there's like all these nods to the other things we like, you know, stuff in other genres, like, you know, Circus Survive, or even getting back like older to 90s alt rock, like, you know, Goo Goo Dolls, Sam I Am, Knapsack. But then we also like a lot of other stuff, like, you know, he's in a bunch of like newer progressive bands, some of them like metal, and I like a lot of like 80s new wave and pop, and a lot of hardcore, a lot of punk rock.
yeah.
So that's, you know, it's somewhere in between all that.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of just describe us as just a rock band in general. You know, you can get into the semantics about, you know, what genre do you fall into. But I mean, I basically think we're a rock band, and I would kind of echo what Nate said about us kind of drawing some influences from those bands that, you know, we loved growing up listening to. And you know, we try to keep it original, keep our own sound. But to Nate's point, you know, we do like to kind of just nod the hat, pay homage to some of the artists that we respect, you know.
Yeah, I when I first started listening to you guys, I was like, oh, he sounds a lot like Bert from The Used.
Oh, no way.
That's what I think.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. Well, he's really great, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'll take it for now.
It definitely, I think the first song I was listening and I was like, wait a second, who is this?
Right on. Well, that's a high compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. And what are your shows like?
Well, you tell us. You came to one the other night, so I think our shows are. I love. Obviously, it's fun playing live music.
Yeah.
And this Austin has a very supportive scene.
Yes.
We're very grateful for our
Incredibly
friends who come out and our peers and other bands who come out and show love. And I think the shows are high energy, positive vibes, good people, and just fun.
Yeah.
I think that I think like right now our shows are like, for us at least, we're seeing like the payoff of just a year and a half of hard work.
Yeah.
I think if you come to see us, you might get a lineup that's a little bit different than a lot of other lineups you see with like a lot of diverse bands, and just good time.
Yeah, I like those kind of lineups though.
And probably us trying to make you drink with us. Yeah, those are always the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You meet so many different people that way. That's how it was when I grew up. So that's how I like it.
Yeah.
I think
We just did a little run with that band Caterpillars from Dallas, so we're friends with those guys, and they have they're
So
an
good.
awesome band, and they've got a very distinct sound. We're pretty different, but just it's fun to play mixed bills, so that was a really fun weekend run. I love playing with them.
Yeah. I think the thing that I probably noticed was that Brendan had smiled the entire time, and that's not something you see very often.
You should have seen us in Dallas.
But
Yeah.
But also you also had great energy on the stage too. Like,
Thank you.
It's amazing how little I see that, because I notice it so much when it does happen. Like Christina from Forever Starts Today.
Oh yeah,
just
she's
all over the
a
place
phenom.
and fantastic.
Right.
Fantastic. So every time I see it, I just get so excited because I'm like, yes, please keep doing that.
I made her do a stage dive once.
Nice.
I was filling in
Made
for
her?
them.
Because I feel like
I was filling in for them at the time for a while, and I was like, if you don't do this, I'm going to push you. And she just kind of kept looking back, and I just kept like nodding, like, oh, you will do this. It's going down. And she was like, oh my God, it's so much fun. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
She's the best.
I have to keep myself in check sometimes during live performances because I get so excited. The adrenaline is rushing. And, I like to put on, like, high energy performance just to excite the crowd, but sometimes I'm like, man, I gotta dial it back. I'm like, just my cardio is not up to par. So, but
like, I'm gonna be dead after this set.
Yeah.
I need
It was
to.
hot out there, man.
that was a warm show Saturday night. It's like 90 degrees at midnight still.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, the temperature's not gonna go down? Okay. Thanks.
I was selling merch, and I was like, I might faint. I was talking to these people. I was like, I'm gonna go get a water. I was like, somebody will be here in a moment.
That little green room that they have outside, though, did you go in there? It was like an ice box. It was beautiful.
No, is that what that was? The green room?
It's a small little room.
Yeah,
It's like
little
shed thing.
yeah, I had no idea. Then one of the guys from the club, I was doing like vocal warm ups in the shed, and he came in there and he's like, dude, there's like AC in this room, and so that was like a hidden paradise.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Sidewinder. What jokes are you?
I didn't tell
hiding
anybody
from
else.
us?
I just enjoyed it for myself. It was
Right.
very,
They don't tell us because they don't want it to be
Luxurious.
like the door opening.
Right.
They want it
Yeah.
nice and cold when they walk in.
That's amazing.
but yeah, I think our shows are a lot of fun. This last one was cool. We had Sherman came up and did a guest vocal thing with us for our song Directions, and I mean, if you don't have Sherman featured in one of your songs, it's not a
I
legit.
keep quoting that because it's so good.
Yeah, no,
I
he's the
heard
man.
he featured for Sheryl Crow.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I said Melissa Etheridge.
Oh, it's Melissa Etheridge.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, I'm Big Sherm, don't worry about it. And she's like, I have to worry about it. I don't even know why I was saying all that stuff. It's just,
No, it was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. When he came, have you seen the new Forever Starts Today video?
Yes, it's awesome.
His entrance into that.
Oh, it's so dope.
I played
He's
it
the
for
man.
my roommates. I was like, you guys have to see this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, Sherman's the fucking man.
I was watching
So
what
good.
Kyle was showing it to me before it came out, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta see how Sherman comes in. That was my idea." And I watched, and I was like, "It was your idea for him to just pick up a mic off the ground."
It looks cool as shit.
No, it does look cool as shit. And I was like, all right. You know.
I mean, if anybody can pick up a mic off the ground in the coolest way possible.
Oh, Big Sherm. He had the glass. He pushed up his glasses in that video. I don't know if you noticed that.
Did he?
Oh my god, it's so like he doesn't even miss a step. He just like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn,
It's
they kept
amazing.
that. He looks suave as hell. Sherman's a good guy.
I
Yeah.
saw him on Saturday because I went to that house show that they were at.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
And it was so good.
Yeah, it looked
that
rad.
was my first house show ever, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, "This is amazing" because
Nice.
it's Gold Steps and The Night of and
Yeah.
Burning Ears. It's
And
so
the-
good.
Yeah, it was. There's another band too there, right?
Yeah,
Argon Forest. Is that what
yeah,
they're called?
and they were fantastic
cool.
too.
They're like an acoustic duo, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I'd seen their name, so I was looking into them. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Sherman walked by and I was like, "Sherman, did you just step out of a Forever Starts Today video?" I was like, "Truly."
That's right. Yeah.
He does talk like that. He does,
Yeah.
he does this little smile thing. It's like,
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's so great.
Yeah.
Where were we? What's your favorite thing about playing live?
I think it's like the energy from the crowd. I love seeing our friends' faces and seeing them smiling and seeing them like sing along some words. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just getting to hang with friends, and yeah, that's my favorite thing about it.
I think for me, this is gonna sound, I know, like, hey man.
That's all right.
I think for me, it's just like when you like play, when you're in that moment, like literally nothing else in my life matters.
Yeah.
It's like work, bills, like good relationships, bad relationships. Like when I'm doing that, it's like what I'm doing, and it's like
Right.
different than just like playing music at practice. It's not the same thing. It's
Right.
like, you know, when you're like up there, like with the lights and just doing it, like that's literally it. You know, nothing else matters.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel when I'm in the audience. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't care about anything else.
Nice.
I am
Yeah.
in this moment right now, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all I care about.
That's definitely the beautiful thing about music. How
Yeah.
it can kind of give you that little temporary escape from reality, no matter what your situation is. It
or
seems
when
to
everybody's situation is shitty because we have Donald Trump.
right.
You don't like Donald Trump?
So
Trumpinator? No, I'm just kidding.
we actually played at his inauguration ceremony. It was
We were the scrumptious Trumps.
actually, I love the scrumptious Trumps. Oh, that's gross. Actually, I love what Third Eye Blind played some RNC rally, but
Yeah.
they played like none of their hits, just like all.
No,
of
they played Jumper and they dedicated it because it was like a
It's
big like fuck you to everybody. Can I
Right.
curse?
Yeah.
Have mouthful curse.
That was great. No, I loved how
Yeah.
That's
they trolled him
amazing.
like that. That was
Oh,
awesome.
it was great. He was just talking about like gay rights and stuff like
Sure,
that,
right,
and then
Yeah.
they played the song. That was the only
Who
one.
here believes in science?
Although all their songs are hits to me. So
Sure,
it's like,
of
I don't-
course.
You know,
Love them.
they're my favorite band ever. So.
They're pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with Nate that it does feel like kind of just you're in that present moment, and that's all there is. And
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound kind of cheesy, but I think any other musician who performs live, like, you know, gets that.
Yeah. If
sure.
you don't, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
And what's your writing process like?
It really depends. It's very different from the first album to now, but I mean, I guess I write a lot of the instrumentals, and literally I'll just kind of just play guitar, find something I like. Usually it's like a lead, like I'll play like some sort of finger picking thing, come up with the right and left hand piano kind of thing. And then I just kind of marinate it, and I'll send it to him. And sometimes I'll send it to him to get like what he's thinking, what he wants to do, and I'll write it based around that. And sometimes I just kind of figure it out on my own, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very organic in that sense.
Yeah, we're kind of, I wouldn't say we're in the middle. We've been kind of at it for a little while, but we plan on putting out some new music eventually. So have been in the writing process this summer. And yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. It's just, you know, creatively stimulating and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you know, fortunately, we have the ability to demo our tracks and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think we basically start with a strong foundation of a song. Just make sure that the structure of it is, you know, fits what we're going for, transitions, length, all that stuff, tone, and then basically just kind of revise and resubmit over time until, you know, it's ready. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Is it ever really ready? Though?
No, right. You hope so by the time you
Yeah.
get there in the studio. But
With
yeah.
anything creative, it just seems like you're just like, is it? I don't. I mean, I feel like we could do a little bit better. Like,
See,
do I really want to?
I'm more of like I'm like a you get what you get kind of guy. I'm like, this is as good as it is for right now.
Yeah.
We'll reevaluate later,
Yeah.
and the guy we work with is this guy Joe Milligan from a band called Amberlin, and I know it's like so I get to that point where it's just like before I'd be like, I hope this is good enough, and I'm like, well, if it sucks, he'll just tell me, and you know what I mean, and I'll figure out how to change it. So it's like I just like try to get it as good as I can, and I just take my hands away, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. You hate yourself way less when you do that.
Yeah. That makes sense. And who are your influences? I know you kind of brought up some of them.
Sure. So for me, like when I first met Nate and Eric, a lot of the bands that we were kind of like bonding over were, Third Eye Blind, Foo Fighters. But yeah, they've introduced me to a lot of stuff that's kind of broadened my horizon. But yeah, we all kind of coming from our own unique backgrounds. I've always been like heavily pop punk influenced,
Yeah.
So some singers that I really, admire. I like Derek from Mayday Parade a lot. I think he's got a great voice, and Bradley from Emarosa. He's a great singer, and I mean, there's a very long list.
Yeah.
But I think those are two who have influenced me during my time with Later Days. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I think the ones, because we could talk music all day, but I think the ones that come across in the music, other than like kind of the starting point, I really like U2, and I really like The Cure, and I really like just like more post-hardcore stuff like As Cities Burn, and just like bands like Fugazi, and a lot of those like I already mentioned like Goo Goo Dolls, but like The Replacements, there's like a very particular lead style that like shows up from time to time in our music, and like that's definitely a very 90s kind of dissonance.
Yeah.
But I love the bands that like just did whatever they wanted, like Black Flag's a band that I just adore. Deftones are a band that I can't get enough of. Stuff like that.
Very cool. And who do you listen to that you think would surprise people?
Oh
I
shit!
think the rom-com thing, like what you watch that would surprise me. I love
that's right.
I will watch people fall in love on TV all the time.
So Nate is you wouldn't guess it, but Nate is the big softie in the band who likes rom-coms. But I'll watch a rom-com with you, bro.
What do I listen to that would surprise you?
I don't know, man. You've got a pretty eclectic taste, so
Maybe like Erykah Badu. People would be like, you listen to Erykah Badu?
Okay, yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah, that would surprise me a little bit.
Right?
Shit. What do you think?
I think... No, man, I don't think much of you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I love him very much. He's my special guy. What do you listen to?
I listen to a lot. Like right now, for instance, this past week has been a huge week for releases, which I was stoked on the new Brand New. Love that. Love the new Neck Deep. Love the new... I think people probably, unless you know me, probably don't think that I listen to a lot of metal. I listen to a lot of metal. Like I love the new Thy Art Is Murder record. Is phenomenal.
I think nothing surprises me that you listen to.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's so hard because it's not weird to me because I listen to it. You know what I mean?
Right. But then again, sometimes I like to, bang out some Big Sean or some Kendrick Lamar or whatever.
Maybe that's more it. You know, like I love Frank Ocean, you know what I mean? And I love. I was walking around your house singing Mariah Carey earlier.
That is true.
Singing "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
That did happen. Is that Mariah Carey? That's
Whitney
Gloria
Houston.
Estefan, right?
No, it's not. It's not the
Whitney
Miami.
Houston.
It's Whitney Houston. Never mind. It's Whitney Houston.
Oh.
She right.
Okay.
My bad. I always.
I want to dance. That's not Gloria Estefan.
No,
No.
even.
Man, I've been.
No, I got called out. No,
I've been living a lie.
She sings Miami Sound Machine. What does she sing?
The finger.
Oh, gosh.
I just got the finger for that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
That conga.
Come on, shake your body. That's
Yes,
that's
there
it.
we
We
go.
should cover that.
No, we shouldn't.
All right.
We should cover it.
No, you should cover the song she did with NSYNC, "Music of My Heart."
Oh, strong.
The worst part
It's a
is-
strong collab.
The worst part is I knew that was Whitney Houston because when I told Alexa earlier, I was like, "Play Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody," instead of like Honey coming on if I said Mariah Carey or like
I was a huge Mariah Carey fan when I was younger.
what's that
so
one
like,
song where she's on the swing? That sweet, sweet
I don't know.
Madison Bay. You know,
I
it's like-
didn't. Yeah.
That's a
I'm-
jam. I have the 7-inch of that
that's
song.
fantasy.
Oh, that's
yeah.
so to me.
Oh,
that is
fancy.
surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah Carey and Seal were like the first 2 CDs that I got. It was
Okay.
fantastic.
Strong.
we
Mine
are
was Green Day Dookie. That was my
Nice.
first CD.
Color and the Shape, Foo Fighters.
Strong, yeah. And then the
then-
Third Eye Blind, the self-titled
I've like bought that and No Doubt.
Tragic Kingdom.
Tragic Kingdom, like same week.
Yeah.
I should have bought No Doubt,
Uh-huh.
but it did not happen. I mean, I listened to every time it came on the radio.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was stoked because
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani is amazing.
I
She's
came
like
here
one
to
of my
visit
celebrity
my
crushes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I came
love
here to
one.
visit my cousin, and she was playing it, and I was like, "What is this?" Because I'd never heard anything like that, and it came out, and I was like, 7, and I was
Yeah.
like, "This is great."
I think somebody at my church introduced me to that, and also they introduced me to Marilyn Manson, but through his cover of that
Sweet
Eurythmics
Dreams.
songs,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which is amazing.
Which
Like,
is the worst karaoke song ever. People always pick that karaoke song, and there's so many vocal breaks.
That's
Yeah.
where it's just like,
a
it's
very
like 2
odd
minutes of
vibe.
vocal break.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear that song name, all I think of is people doing karaoke. I used to do a lot of karaoke.
Vocal
Yeah.
break, 22 measures.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
I do a lot of karaoke right now.
Common interest? Or,
Strong.
I've done Common Interest. I actually prefer Egos downtown.
Oh, yeah.
oh my god, I can't do it.
I did,
Common Interest
That's
just
where the
seems a
people
little
from
too
my work
pretentious
goes,
for
too,
me.
and it's like-
So
yeah.
I've seen people get shot with paintball guns there.
at Common Interest,
Yeah,
yeah.
they do like paintball karaoke. If they boo you, so you get shot.
Oh, man. So
A
you gotta
friend of
bring your
mine
A
did that
game.
this year.
Dang.
She actually
High
used
pressure.
to be in a ska band here in Austin,
Uh-huh.
and she has an amazing voice. Like she covers Gwen Stefani
What
amazingly.
band?
Nice.
Oh crap! Why is this escaping me right now? Of
This
course,
is your friend.
I know, right? She's not in the band anymore.
It's Whitney Houston's.
Yeah. Gloria Stefan.
Oh,
Awesome.
Steady Legend. Why did that take forever? That's literally one of the first ska bands I've ever gotten into.
Okay.
Nice.
She's amazing. I love her. Hi, Deb. I hope you're listening. But she did that, and she made it through the first round, and then I guess the second round they hit her with the paintballs, and I was like, "Why you haven't? How did? No, I've seen you karaoke
Yeah.
and I've seen you play live. There's
Yeah.
no way."
Well, what's your song?
I believe in a thing called love.
Oh, that's a hard one, too.
Lions
Yeah.
and Tigers
Nice.
used to cover that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was great. And that dude hit
I actually,
all
yeah.
those notes.
we talked
Alex.
about that. Yeah,
Last
Isaiah
time
Fox.
I was at Common Interest, I did Drops of Jupiter by Train. That's mine. It's usually Michael Jackson, but
Beautiful.
sometimes I love that song.
Yeah.
It's like that would be a thing that you
Yeah.
might be surprised I like.
Yeah.
I love some of the old Train stuff. Love
Yeah.
it.
So I remember the week that we played the Jimmy Eat Wednesday 1 year anniversary, we were covering Jimmy Eat World Praise Chorus.
Yeah.
And I had gone to Egos later on that week with some friends, and I rarely do karaoke, but I was like, oh, they got Jimmy Eat World Praise Chorus. I'm gonna rock this shit. And yeah, it was great. People
Yeah.
were like, do you sing? I was like, I don't know, maybe.
In the shower.
Stupid.
Time
Possibly.
I didn't get paintballed, so that
Yeah.
that's a
I
good
don't
thing.
do that there.
yeah.
You get shanked
if-
there.
if I-
It's a very different crowd.
If I got paintballed, I'd be like, I hate karaoke and I hate all of you. I'm never coming
I'm
again.
never gonna do this again.
I feel like Egos is a lot more forgiving. Like the crowd is totally willing to it doesn't matter how good you are, as long as you're into what you're singing.
Oh, yeah.
they're all for
Oh
it.
yeah, I went there the other day to grab a drink because me and my friends were somewhere else eating, and it was like, oh, let's grab a drink, let's go to Egos. Like, worst place to go if you're trying to have a conversation with somebody.
You're not go there for a conversation.
They give you whiskey in like a martini glass.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
amazing.
What is this?
I went there for my birthday, and apparently it was also their 35th anniversary or something.
Oh, okay, nice.
And so everything was Hawaiian themed, and I was
Alright.
like, "Thanks for decorating for my birthday, guys.
Nice.
Appreciate it."
Yeah.
Like, how did
That's
you know
great.
I love Hawaii?
Right? How did you know?
Pineapple on pizza, what's the verdict there?
No.
Yes.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it before I became allergic to pineapple. I mean, I like pineapple, just not on pizza.
My
It doesn't
last
make it-
question about the pineapple pizza. Are you allergic to pineapple, or are you allergic to other things because of pineapple?
I don't know.
Because there's people that are allergic to avocados. They're also allergic to
To
latex.
bananas. Oh. Well,
yeah,
there's
my roommate's allergic to avocados and bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenner.
I know a few people
I
like
didn't know
that.
that.
I brought him a burrito from work, and
Had guac in it?
Gail's like, "You trying to kill him?" I was like, "I didn't know. I forgot."
I have never had food allergies until I think it was probably after I had my daughter, which is terrible.
Damn.
Stupid body betraying me.
Aw.
Pineapple's a good one too.
I know. But I'm allergic to pineapple, and then the other thing is capsaicin, which is in spicy peppers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't eat spicy food. Like, that wasn't a huge deal. And then I was like, wait a second, I love queso
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and salsa. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Texas.
Very
like,
important.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's with everything. So,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I was just like, why? A friend.
You probably have to be really careful at Mexican restaurants.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I have to be careful everywhere because it's Austin and everybody makes everything spicy.
Super
Yeah.
hot.
Like,
yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I always take touring bands to One in a Million for breakfast. And
Oh,
they
yeah?
have the hottest salsa in town. Where like you have to like if you stop eating it, if you keep eating it, you're really fine. But if you stop, it's like hell.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's over.
As soon as you stop,
it's
you're just
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I would not be doing that. Not at all. If you could write with anyone alive or dead, who would you want to write with?
Nice. Nate, you want to take that
No,
one?
I don't
Oh man, that's a good one.
This is something you should ask me. Like it's like marinate on this.
Yeah. I've always been like a huge fan of Brandon Boyd from Incubus. I just think he has an incredible voice and writes really cool lyrics. Ben Gibbard from Death Cab, he's like a poet. Like his lyrics are just beautiful. And so it'd be interesting to pick their brains about their writing process and then where they get their inspiration from. Yeah, those are two of my favorite vocalists, lyricists. It'd be cool to work with.
For me, maybe it would probably be the band Sensefield, just in general. One of my all-time favorite bands, huge inspiration, and just like I feel like everything they did, they just nailed it. And their singer is one of my favorite singers of all time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, Deftones too. I love Chino.
But like
Just
you
throw
know,
that in
it's
there.
like, or you know what, or Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone
Oh,
Age.
yeah.
That would be like it for me.
Dave Grohl, Stephen Jenkins. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
dope. I could go on. I better
Yeah,
shut
you
up.
go on, yeah.
now that I think more about it, I'm like, actually, there's
I'm gonna keep to my first one.
Okay.
Though. I'm gonna stick to my first because that
Fair.
would be the most special.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And what's your favorite Austin venue to play?
That I've ever played, or what's yours?
So I really
Like right now, if we're gonna book a show, like where we want it to be.
I think my two
Yes.
favorite venues to play are Come and Take It Live and Sidewinder. Great staff. They always have good shows. I feel like they are very supportive of the local scene
Yeah.
in Austin, which I think is awesome of them. So yeah,
I love Sidewinder.
it's a great.
My
spot.
favorite place to play is Come and Take It. Anthony is one of the best promoters I've ever worked with ever anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The whole
my
staff is awesome.
incredible. My favorite place to see shows is Mohawk Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Love it. It's my
that's a great
favorite.
spot.
That's a really
the
nice
best
space.
atmosphere, just the way it looks. I've seen so many great bands there.
Yeah.
Like from I don't know. I saw Glassjaw there once. It was pretty rad. I saw the Get Up Kids there. I saw Refused there, which is one of my all-time favorite bands as well. And I just love it. I think it's the best venue.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, there's some venues that I haven't been to in a while that I really like. The Parish is a cool one, and the Belmont. Those are two. We haven't played either of those, but I'd like to someday.
Please do, because I've never been to either. So
they're really
give me a
cool.
reason
Played
to
the
go.
Parish with Emery once, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then the Emos is always great, but I don't know. I never hear of anything I'd want to go to there. Rick Astley played there.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's
Go get Rick rolled, guys.
Let's do it.
did y'all see that?
I did see.
That's
I didn't
so
watch it, but I
The
heard
Foo
about
Fighters
it.
thing?
Yeah.
So
They
good.
played that. Did you see it?
That's amazing.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
love those guys.
But Rick Astley comes out, he's like, "Come on, motherfuckers!" And I like lost my. Dave Grohl's like, "What?"
No.
That's like
Get
that's
hype,
like you
Rick.
went real far on that. You just
Turn it up. All the way up to 11.
It's like I've
with
always
Astley.
wanted to say this.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that he still is so into that song.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he
Like, it
probably
was-
hated it for a while
Yeah.
in the '90s when he's probably like strung out on heroin. He probably wasn't.
Yeah.
He had like long hair and like grunge clothes, and he,
I'm never playing that song
Never
again.
again.
And then Rick rolling became a thing, and he was like, okay, maybe it's not so
he
bad.
made so much damn money.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you guys have any? What are your goals for the band? I know it used to be like getting a record deal, but it feels like that's not really the thing
Sure,
anymore.
yeah.
So
I don't know. I think it's. I think the goal is, musically, or I think generally my goals are like it would just be nice to just like see like a nice progression of things. Be able to like do the things that we want to do, be able to have the time that we need, and be able to have the largest platform we can possibly get to have the most reach we can do and play everywhere that we possibly can, anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're a pretty driven band. Every member is very motivated and puts in the work. And so, as far as goals go, I mean, I think we had a very productive first year. We kind of just hit the ground running and made a full-length record and then did a little East Coast tour. Mm-hmm. And so we'd like to get a new record out soon. We don't really know exactly what the timeline is on that, but we'd like to also, tour the West Coast. And I mean, honestly, like if I'm just talking about like ideal like goals, whatever, it'd be great to see the world and tour with my best friends and play a different city every night. But for now, I'm content having fun with it and being a part of the scene. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where can we find your music?
Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp,
YouTube,
Kazaa,
LimeWire,
Bear Share, Napster.
That's right.
MP3.com.
Right, yep.
MySpace.
Yeah, we're pretty much on every major platform.
If you have it, we're there.
Just about. So yeah, check us out, I guess.
And you guys, this is going to go up, I think, beginning of September. Do you have any upcoming shows?
We are playing on the 9th.
Yeah, it's actually, I believe it's Friday, September 8th. We are playing with a great band called The Artillery. It's like a 10-year reunion show for them, so it's pretty awesome. Another one of my favorite local Austin bands, Nominee, and our buddies in Casino AM, who played with us at Sidewinder, another great band. And I believe there's going to be a special guest, too.
I know who the special guest is. You know who the special guest is?
I know, but I don't know if it's supposed to be... I don't know.
They were on this show. I'll leave it at that.
So...
And we talked about them in this episode.
Yeah.
And I also don't have any contracts with anybody, so I can say... But I'm not going.
And it's a come and take it, too. So, again, one of our favorite venues to play and to see shows at. So, it's going to be awesome.
We're playing with our buddies Dry Jacket and Sundress.
Sundress, that will be at Sidewinder. I don't know the date off the top of my head. That's on a school night, I think, actually.
So we gotta make sure we get up for homeroom really early the next day.
Yeah, I think it's the September 18th, so that's a Monday.
And then we're playing with the Mohawk.
Then we're playing October. We've got Mohawk. We'll be playing with our
Inside
buddies.
or outside?
I think we're playing inside. It's our first time to play there.
With Hitting Subset? Or?
Playing with our buddies and Hitting Subset and New 95 from Dallas and The Night Of. So that should be an awesome show.
I love all of those bands.
We'll see you there.
If I'm not terrorizing people at a haunted house, I will be there.
All right, well.
Or practicing terrorizing people at a haunted house.
We are spending most of those months just fine-tuning everything to get in the studio, so we're not playing a lot, but like, when our friends hit us up and it's a show we want to play, we just take it whether we should or not.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm excited for us to start, working on these new songs and start playing some of them live. We want to make sure that we get them down first.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun to start mixing up our set list a little bit. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Summer night, when your eyes first caught my sight, we felt alive. But the day you went away, I was hoping you would say that you would always stay with me. Hold my breath, you're not coming back. I can live for the days that don't seem to last. I know I'm holding on, but I'm losing you tonight. Losing you tonight. Can hardly tell if I'm way too much or never enough, or if we're anything. And I'm slowly taking notice that our lives are out of focus, and eventually can't live for the days that don't seem to last. I know I'm holding on, but I'm losing you tonight. And I need you here right by my side. It's all or nothing, do or die, but I'm losing you tonight. And if this happened all over again, would we even pretend? You run away, but I won't chase you. Or if you came back to me, do you think we could be in love again? She won't be the same. Won't hold my breath, you're not coming back. I can't live for the days that don't seem to last. I know I'm holding on, but I'm losing you tonight. Losing you tonight.
Thank you for listening. A quick shout out to my first Patreon supporter, Mark Hartwell Jones. Thank you so much. Again, he actually is the creator of the podcast that I was speaking about in the beginning. So please make sure you check out Hoodoo Music Podcast. This podcast was created and produced by Julie Roth. This episode was recorded by Nick Colbert. And special thanks to Nikki Nadeau. All songs performed are property of the musicians performing them. If you like the podcast, please share it with your family and friends. Please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes and rate and review on Stitcher to help the podcast get on the charts. And if you'd like to offer monetary support, you can do so at patreon.com/Julie's Infinite Playlist and like us on Instagram and Facebook.